Welcome everybody, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for clapping back with me. And I want to welcome you all to the LGBT Detroit Leadership Academy for Mentors and Proteges, our graduation ceremony. So I think everyone sees an agenda right here on the table. Hopefully you all had a chance to take a look at it. There's a word on there, and I bet people were like scratching their heads like, well, what the hell is this word, right? And so I'm going to walk you all through on what that is, right? Compton, right? So if anyone else can't say it, the N is silent, right? Compton. Repeat it back to me. Hey, there we go, baby. Hey, y'all all hip, right? And so what the word means is chain link, right? It talks about unity and the purpose of community and finding strength in the community when we all unite together, right? And that's a reflection of the Academy is, right? A group of young individuals, young adults that got together, didn't even know each other, but we're able to create a bond and family with not only their mentors, their proteges, but even the staff here at our company as well. And that's an amazing thing. And I want to thank you all for that. Before we get officially started with our program, I want to actually walk us into a quick prayer, okay? Our great African parents who are among us, we humbly offer our thanks for the many blessings you have given. We extend our love to its ultimate state of being for this suffering that you have endured so that we may suffer so. Mothers of our great African nation, fathers of our African selves, we invoke you to further lead and guide us to higher understanding of our true greatness and a more encompassing dedication of our love for our African people. Parents of African children, guide us towards a greater unity, guide us in a stronger African value system, and lead us into the zenith of respect and love for our people. Through education and the family communal structure, we swear upon the heritage and legacy that you have left us to uphold and sustain our rightful status on this earth, and for the total mental and physical liberation of all African people. Ashe. Thank you all so much for that. I know we've done so many Zooms over the last few months. I've connected with you all, or attempted to connect with so many of you all on so many different levels. But to be here in this moment, and even though I know that we are not saying goodbye, it's just so hard to see that we are leaving and starting another chapter with another group of young individuals, and I'm so excited for that. Just to kind of give you all some hindsight about how this all came to be, I remember the day where Deontay with an E was in this role, and he told me that he was moving. He said, you know, bro, I'm making my way over to Vegas, and I got this job, you know what I'm saying, and you know, I'm working with the people, some young people, and I think that you would be like amazing at it. And I was like, I don't know, bro, I don't know about that. And I always wanted to give back to my community. For so long as a black gay man, I've really just focused on my blackness. And I focused on my blackness with my straight peers, but a lot of times they didn't understand the gay side of me and the issues and the feelings and the way I felt. And I thought that this would be a really great way for me to really change that for those that may be feeling the same way. And so that's why I said yes to this position, because I thought that I could make an impact in the community. And hopefully I did so with this group of young people that are here in front of us today. You all are so amazing. Like, it should be definitely understood that you all are far, far, far from just anything that's beyond amazing. You have done amazing work, not only just for the program, but even in your personal lives. The way that you all have connected and outreach and made a difference in your community. The way that you have grown to maybe step into new roles. Maybe you all are moving. Maybe some of you all are getting new jobs, starting new businesses. But you all are stepping into the unknown, and you're doing it fiercely. And I think that's definitely well to be commended. I hope through the support, and I think I know through the support of this mentor program, it's something that's very dynamic. It's something that I wish that when I was a young adult that I had the privilege of having, someone that could help guide me and provide assistance and support to the way that I felt as a Black gay man growing up here in Detroit, right? So many people discriminate against us. So many people don't want us here at the table, but we always are going to be here at the table, right?
Period.
All right. And so I want to thank and give a big round of applause to the mentors that are here and that dedicated their time to supporting our young adults and proteges. Thank you. What I would like to do as we move forward with our program is I want to actually give some opportunity for some spoken word. We have an amazing individual in the building, and she goes by Rihanna, but not the singer though. Not the singer though, but actually better though. But better though. I would love for Rihanna to step up to the podium, give us some nice encouraging words of spoken word, and I'll take a seat for a second.
All right, so I am Rihanna Chester Bay. I am an artist, a writer in the city, and I used to be in the position that Deontay is in. So it's really beautiful to see, all your faces, all of the young people that are coming through the program now, to hear you speak so eloquently about the program and to see the growth of the program. Like, I was in the back, like, beaming. I was like, oh yeah, because I was in lead 1. So it was called lead back then. And that was back when we were kick. But the Leadership Academy really was important to me. It was the space where I came and I got to be all of who I am as a lesbian, African-centered woman, right? So it was a place where I saw myself grow. And so I saw myself grow in this organization. I saw myself grow in the community. And so I just want to thank you for the opportunity. I want to thank you for carrying on this work. I want to thank you all for carrying on this work and being amazing and just letting your light shine. So I told Deontay that I don't have any new pieces. so I am gonna actually read an older piece. I wrote it in, I think, 2019. And I actually wrote this piece for an opportunity that came through LGBT Detroit. And so we were invited to Equality Michigan's annual gala, their ball. And so Emily Devendorf, who was the director at the time, asked me to write a poem to share in front of like 2,000 people. So this is that poem with some revisions because a couple things have changed, like marriage, equality. So a couple things have changed, so I've updated it. Okay. Our ancestors are the souls of maimed Black bodies, slain Black sons, raped and tattered mothers, daughters, wombs. Trans bodies found in pieces. We're looking for our pieces, parts that would complete this. So often told to find them when we rest in peace. There is revolution in death, disgrace in forgetting what the travelers died for. We be free. Free in February. Let's discuss our history, our herstory, our hurt stories. We be free these 28 days. 29 on the 4th year. Took us 212 years to trust us enough to lead us. Now we be free. We got the gays on TV. White lesbians in Cali speaking for me. All these states got the right to marry, but oh, we be free. Aisha can't tell Keisha that his name don't match his identity on a gender binary. Dodging stares of confusion, questions that feel like intrusion, worldly preoccupation with genitals, minimization of humans to acts. Denied standards of living jobs and housing just for living, a thirst to know all facts before we be equal, but we be free. Little girls afraid of dark corners and night rooms, memories of a darker, bigger figure looming with a declaration of doom. You bet not scream. Little girls fear ourselves and our dreams. Dark confusion of love distorts the realities of what female bodies deserve daily. This black body that holds the lives of many black bodies, this woman body ain't never been our body. We should have listened to our Fannie Lou Hamers. Nothing new about pussies in danger. Oh, we be free, but teach shame of this body. Live in a country where we preach and beseech disgust of her cleansing. Menstruation turned into humiliation. Shame of this woman body. But we be free. My Trayvons will never forget all of our Trayvons, our Emmets, our Troys, our Oscars, our Sandra Rakias and Shelleys, and the hundreds slain that go unnamed. Lives taken, no regard. Justice ain't just. Irrational fears call us the malignant keepers of the pigment. Black, yellow, white, and brown, taught to divide then conquer, but together we feel our power. So since we be free, let me tell you what freedom looks like to me. Us being true about where we are, not perfect, because perfection sparks revolution less often than mistakes. Mistakes being made, challenges being had until it looks like less people shrinking into closets, making ourselves fit. Let us live beautifully in intersections, cross-pollinating feminism with environmentalism, food forests with creating families that reflect our identities, fluidity with ideology. We will stand on the bright side of pain, use our justices, economic, digital, reproductive, environmental, social, and all political. Stop producing criminals through pipelines. Rid ourselves of our complexes. Realize that we're all complex. See the beauty in difference, even when we feel indifferent. Freedom looks like us, more of us, speaking our truths. We celebrate the brave history makers, the courage of Angela, Martin, Malcolm, Maya, Alan, Patrice, Alicia, and Opal, Janelle and Issa, the ones who fight like Drew Ali, even you and me. But it's time to move past being the exception to the rule, able to live free because of the spaces we're in. Freedom looks like youth, safely in their homes, being loved, families able to provide, no more suicide, access to quality health and education, no limits in place, no matter race, gender, or presentation, safety. So since we be free, freedom looks like us, able to just be. Thank you.
But at this time, I would love for my leader, Curtis Lipscomb, to share words of wisdom with you all. Curtis.
Good afternoon.
Good
I had to check the time. I just want to say welcome to LGBT Detroit. We are in the Marvin Lee building. Deontay shared that he wanted me to speak, and we were struggling over how to present, and he then said, I want you to give words of wisdom. And I thought, okay, that sounds deep. And I didn't tell him that, but I said yes. I didn't have a moment with him. I just said yes. And I thought, like, words of wisdom, that sounds so final, like you're 100 years old or something. And then, and I sat here thinking really what I was going to say, because I didn't want to write down anything. I didn't want to come across stodgy. But I sit next to our president, Antonio Johnson Seals. We reflect over all of the graduation ceremonies that we've witnessed. And since 2012, over 68 people graduated from this program. Some are in the room already. And so I say that, and I'll expound a little later, but when he chose the word wisdom, I sat here and I thought, how do I follow his remarks and then Rihanna, her wonderful talent, and I got the nerve to bring wisdom, right? You know, God is with us, right? The word, I mean, the nerve, because God is in all of us. And so the wisdom is here. I am learning from you. I've never seen Deontay speak in front of a crowd, and I thought, my God, he's great. Wasn't he great? I had no worry that he wasn't great. I knew he is great, but like, that was good. And then, you know, Rihanna, who I know is great, she's like seasoning, you know, it's like seasoned food, you know, a fine painting. It's just beautiful, right? And so she comes in, she spits fire, and I'm thinking, oh, I gotta follow that. God, I'm the administrator, you know, I'm just the high gloss secretary. That's all I do. But with that said, I am very proud of this program, and I just want to share with you that in 2011, 2012. The board of directors had an opportunity through the Knight Foundation as we made this argument that we want to develop Michigan's next leaders. And the leaders that we wanted were LGBT. And so I made the claim and I pitched this idea, and out of 1,600 and some odd people, only 10 people were awarded a certain amount of money to create a program like this. And of the 10 that was awarded, ours was the only LGBT one. And so, one, I couldn't believe that we won the award. I did. Two, I didn't know that it came with the attention that it got. And so, in my office, you'll see the plaque where we began to make the claim that we want to be a part of the solution, be a part of our brothers and sisters' life experiences, and not necessarily be separated from. But that's where we were really awakened and found out that there was still a barrier. We marched on, found our first cohort of persons in the program, someone like a Rihanna Chester, you know. And it was a delight that first year in 2012 to graduate 2 classes, one in the fall, one in the spring of 2012. 11 people graduated in the spring and 10 graduated in the fall of 2012. That led to this wonderful journey. And these people not only have, I believe, got training from leaders within the LGBT community like Emily Devendorf, our friends at other sister organizations, but they led. And they had a chance to meet then Vice President Joe Biden and Dr. Jill Biden in the White House, able to speak at many places, able to present and share what's best about our movement. And Tony and I talk about all the time the day that we step aside and introduce the seat to you. And so the good news, particularly about this class, is that promise is still there, right? And I'm excited that once we step off on that next day, the roof won't fall in, the walls won't come tumbling down. We will proceed and excel. Because the tools that you're giving now is reflective to what is needed now, right? And so, like we all know, to be a student, you have to be continually educated. But there's new knowledge and new concerns, new energy, and a new will to push an agenda. It's even tougher now, as when we started, Trump wasn't a thing then. Hateful words wasn't spotted on TV. We did not have the crisis of a new viral attack. And so we have to explore new ways to make sure that we're safe. And we're asking you to do that. We're asking you to come to the space, see the opportunities, because there's a lot of them. I'm sure Deontay have talked to you about some other opportunities here that these two have already taken advantage of. Not only are there opportunities to shape the community, there's also opportunities to develop the company through employment, higher volunteerism, to being our advocates, where I can't be at a place where you can speak better to an issue than I can, where you can present better than I can. We need all of you to make sure that all of us are touched. And so you're welcomed The door is open, right? If we don't understand something, share that understanding. Lord knows I don't know everything. Again, I know about iOS 15. But that's because I have a Deontay Brown with me to tell me what that is. I mean, it's funny. But if I'm in a crisis and I don't know something and I know that that's a tool to communicate, I got a person right here that can show me that without shame, with being very vulnerable to saying, I don't know, can you help me, right? I'm expecting the same in your industry. I'm expecting the same from your industry. I'm expecting the same from your industry because I don't know. But I trust that you will inform me without shame and improve my standing so that we all walk and rise together. The door is open. Walk through. This isn't the end. There's space and there's room for you. I promise you, right? See Deontay, he has all the answers. And if you don't know, ask Rihanna and ask Chris. They do know, right? They were you. They are our leaders. They are our storytellers, right? And so I expect you to be as swell as they are, right? As they have done what I've asked. They've entered the room, they've shown up, and they speak on our behalf. I'm very proud of them, as I would be proud of you. Congratulations. Congratulations, Deontay. You did good.
But I was just looking at everyone in this room today, and I was looking at our babies. I was looking at Big Chris right here, and I was looking at Rihanna, and I was looking at all these people. These are our babies. We have seen Rihanna grow from Chris from and I see this young man. I see, oh my God. I walked in this building. I've seen so much. This is full of energy in here. I was very surprised because I'm rarely here, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't know who I am, but I'm rarely here. But I see you through Curtis because Curtis talks about you guys all the time. So we talk at least once or twice a week, and he cries about you. He laughs about you. He just say everything. Shut up, And it's all about LGBT Detroit when we talk about. He talked about LGBT Detroit 24/7. So my encouraging words to you is, don't lay low. Do something, because this program have empowered so many people, not just in this building, not just the people that have taken this program, but so many people have seen what gifts that you have. You know what I'm saying? So I encourage you to get out there and do something with the gifts that you have. Every time I talk about this program, I always tell Curtis he'll be retiring soon. Yeah, soon. So we need someone to take our places. You know what I'm saying? We need someone to take our. We need someone to be the president. We need you. So don't just leave here and take your presents and your gifts and just leave and we don't hear from you no more, because we have some people that we don't hear from anymore. So my thing right now is use your gifts, not just here, out there too. That's what I was saying.
Now let's talk about awards, y'all. And instead of just handing out awards, there's something unique and dynamic about every single one of you, right? And I want to make sure that I highlight that. And something that I tried to take away from all of you, right? This individual here is going to be embarking on a very exciting journey soon. Me and this individual have known each other for quite some time, for I want to say a few years now. And they always talk about how nervous that they are, right? Always saying that they're nervous, but I'm like, okay, you're not nervous. This individual is going to be actually going out of state for a little bit of time. They're going to be embarking on a new role and a new journey in their lives, and I'm so excited for this individual. I know that you're going to do amazing things in this world, and I can't wait to see how you're going to grow and flourish in this upcoming year. The individual that I'm talking about is Terrence Miller.
Hey.
Terrence, would you be able to come up here for a second, brother? next individual that I want to bring up, I know that we may not have talked the most. And I don't want to say that that's okay, because it's not. But I know that this individual was trying to bring a different perspective to the program, something that we haven't seen before. This individual, when we were talking about joining the academy, they thought that they didn't belong initially, right? They didn't think that they would be welcome, but I said, no, you're definitely welcome, because you can provide a different perspective to us outside of what we may have seen in our day-to-day lives. This individual does amazing work in the community, supporting individuals, all individuals, no matter the differences that they have. And I am so excited that you were able to see this entire program through. I'm excited to see the continuing work that you are going to do in this community, and I hope that we can actually continue to enhance our relationship together. I'm talking about Dean today. Dean, would you be able to start us? This next individual here has a really amazing background. When we talked about where they came from at university and the studies that they did, which was LGBT studies, I was like really impressed, because I haven't heard of too many people like really studying that in our community. And we had a couple of good times, right? You know, yeah, of course we handled business, but outside of business, we had some really good times and to connect and everything. And this individual is going to be doing some amazing work with Sage Metro Detroit. And I am so excited for the journey that you are going to begin to support your community. You are going to be so phenomenal and amazing. And I can't wait to partner with both of our organizations to change Detroit for the better. I'm talking about you for sure, Maria. We've had a really big class this year with the Academy. Curtis talked about the first class being 11 individuals, and we did have 11. And again, there are a lot of individuals going to many high places. Teran Davis, for example, he's going to George Washington State University as an academic advisor. We have Jaleel Smith, who's currently in Florida, so unfortunately wasn't able to be here. You all come from all over, and that's what really allows us to know that this program has validity countrywide. There are so many people that we can touch, so many people that could be struggling, and I hope through the continued partnerships of all the proteges that we did have here that we can continue that work and really support the members of our community. I want to give a round of applause to those individuals as well. Just closing remarks, y'all. Like, this is not the end, right? It's far from it. Let's continue this work. Let's continue to build our communities. And most important, let's continue to support one another. Thank you all so much for everything that you all have taught me, because every single one of you in this room has taught me something. And that I deeply take that into consideration for my own development. And I can't wait to just really hit the ground running with our next Academy program. And I'm really going to be looking to you all to help support and provide ideas of ways that we can make this even more dynamic than ever. But again, I want to thank you all so much for attending the Leadership Academy graduation for the year of 2021. And until next time.